For those of you who haven't yet been to Epic Universe, I'm sure you can relate to the fact that it can be very difficult wanting to know everything about the park, but also not wanting to spoil it for yourself from seeing all the content people have been putting out there, videos and all that. So, with everyone getting to check out the place lately, I thought it would be fun to make a video of how I would rank my current anticipation for each attraction there before I get to see it all for myself, which will hopefully be soon if I have anything to say about it. About a month ago, I did a video where I broke down my anticipation for all of the lands in the park as a whole, so I thought it would be fun to do that again, but this time focusing on the rides and attractions. You know, it's not like I'm losing my mind every waking day that I haven't been there or anything. No, I'm fine. But maybe I'll make a new video after I get to see the place with my actual rankings of everything after I've seen it all and done it all for myself. But for now, I wanted to dive into Epic Universe again, based on what little I still know about everything there. My good friend Christian told me to make this video, so credit to him for this idea. There are 13 rides and attractions at this park, so I have ranked it based on that. But you know what? Enough talk, let's just get right into this. One thing I really should say quick as a disclaimer is that a lot of this discussion is going to be based off of what I'm seeing on the Universal website for their concept art. Really, a lot of this is not going to be based off of, real photos, real videos. Again, trying to prevent myself from seeing all that stuff. So, these pictures from the concept art look a lot different probably from the final product that some have already seen. But that's why this is an anticipation list. So, I hope you guys understand that. Keep that in mind as we're going through here. Alright, but that's it. Let's get started. Coming in loud and proud at number 13 is Constellation Carousel in Celestial Park. As pretty as this ride does look, it is still just a carousel, right? But with that said, it does look to be maybe one of the coolest and maybe best carousels ever made. Again, just from the concept art. The creatures look really pretty. It's very colorful, of course, very regal looking. And apparently it's saying that they all spin 360 degrees. That's pretty neat. I don't know. It looks cute. For last place, I'm really not mad at this. I do wish there were more attractions like this, these smaller capacity eaters for the kids and families specifically. But you know what? This is nothing to complain about. I'm glad they gave us this. Not a bad start at all. Next up, in 12th place, I got Fire Drill and How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. The ride does not look particularly amazing as this type of, splash the other boat type of ride exists all around the world, right? It's not terribly special, but I'm sure it's still gonna have some cute theming. I do wonder just how wet I should prepare to get, because I really haven't been on any of these types of rides before, but I am definitely interested. I'll give it a try. However, if I end up with wet socks at the end of my first go around, I likely will not be doing this much, because I cannot stand wet socks. In 11th place, I have Dragon Racer Rally and Isle of Berk as well. I'm no stranger to Skyflies by Gerstlauer. These rides are a blast. It'll be super fun to have two of them here. I know what to expect going in, so this one's less of a surprise for me, but definitely great to have a, choose your own adventure style ride, especially for this land. It's super neat, because of course everyone's gonna want to ride a dragon, so this kind of gives the land a ride with that sort of sensation and allows the riders to sort of choose how intense that experience is gonna be. So very, very nice. All right, hot take. Number 10, I have Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge in Super Nintendo World. So, I just rode this for the very first time over in Hollywood, and as sad as it makes me to say, I really did not enjoy it, at all. The headwear for me was ridiculous and heavy. It kept slipping off. I was not a fan of that part at all. Also, I'm a bit of a germaphobe, if I'm being honest, so this ride is just really gross to me. You have to clip on this augmented reality visor, and it stays in the ride vehicle, so it's rarely going to get cleaned. So I also don't really enjoy that part. But some good parts, right? The ride vehicles are super cool. The queue is pretty fun. I just wish that this ride found a different way to use the visual effects, because I didn't really enjoy that much at all. It was a little overstimulating, gave me a little bit of a headache. I'll definitely give this more of a try, because also the set pieces were really, really cool, and I wasn't really focused on that the first go around, but it's not a Joe ride. I'm sorry, guys. Hate to disappoint. At number 9, Yoshi's Adventure in Super Nintendo World. It really just looks adorable as can be, right? Omnimover rides are great, and Yoshi is arguably one of the best fictitious characters of all time, I think. So yeah, I don't expect much from this, but it should be super fun regardless. I love that this ride system is in this park, and especially in Super Nintendo, it's such a highly kinetic land, right, with all of the moving aspects outside. That's perfect for this. So I think this ride fits in really nicely. At number 8, Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, closing out the rides on this list for Super Nintendo World. So I really haven't heard a lot of great stuff here, which is a bummer, but doesn't surprise me much. However, it is original, and that excites me. It's another ride for families to get to do together here. I am very interested to ride it for myself and give it my own opinion before speaking any further on it. At number 7, Curse of the Werewolf in Dark Universe. Looks to be rather short, but you know what? The theming is so sick, and I just can't wait to see what this is all about. I mean, come on, a spinning roller coaster themed to the werewolf? That just rocks. I mean, come on. For that reason alone, I will probably love this. Heck, you're listening to a guy whose favorite roller coaster for quite some time was 17 seconds long. Time is unimportant if the substance makes up for it. So you know what? Werewolf, make me proud. At number 6, Hiccup Swing Gliders in Isle of Berk. Yes, the family coaster of the land here. It looks like so much fun. I don't know, man. I just love the series. It would be pretty close to impossible for this ride to disappoint me. Hiccup is also like one of the most relatable characters ever for me. Like, come on. So I'm really excited to check this one out. It just looks like fun. All right, number 5. It's Les Cirques Arcanus. Hey Siri, how do you say this?
Le Cirque Arcanus.
Les Cirques Arcanus. Sure, yeah, okay. Well, that's what I'm talking about here in Ministry of Magic. So this is the first show on this list, but I'm definitely super intrigued, and I love that they are prioritizing putting a nice theatrical show here, especially in this land. So again, we are in 1920s Paris, which is really cool because that means this is kind of a period show. And with that in mind, there's going to be some kind of circus elements here. It looks like there's going to be some fantastic beasts, maybe some live performers, maybe some puppetry. I'm sure lots of special effects. Again, I don't know anything beyond that, and that's really exciting to me. And yeah, I just really can't wait to see what they've got in store for us with this show. At number 4, The Untrainable Dragon in Isle of Berk. Man, I'm so pumped to see this, guys. You have no clue. I'm such a big fan of this franchise. I know I keep saying that, but to see these characters and dragons face to face in a big stage show at the park, that's gonna mean a lot to me. It's so awesome. To see Toothless fly around, that's gonna be so cool. I cannot wait. Number 3, Stardust Racers in Celestial Park. The big dueling roller coaster looks amazing, right? What can I say? So much fun. It's going to be very cool. Has a very interesting energy to it, and I'm really interested not only for the, of course, actual ride experience, but to see like what kind of backstory or you know what if there's really any theming going on here. Because the last time Universal made a roller coaster that wasn't themed to an IP was, I think, Rip Ride Rockit, and that was clearly a crack at Rock and Roller Coaster. Stardust Racers is super original, and that's why it interests me so much. Not to mention, it's a dueling multi-launch roller coaster. I mean, are you serious? Just go ahead and put it into my top 10 coasters already. Why don't you? Number 2 is Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry in Ministry of Magic, of course. And honestly, this is still the attraction I know the least about. I really couldn't tell you much about this ride system or what to expect out of this attraction at all. But that's exactly how I want to ride this the first time. Zero knowledge, zero preview. It seems very unique, very original, and if the other Potter rides in Orlando are any, hint of what to expect, then you just gotta know there's gonna be plenty of magic sprinkled into this. So consider me excited, especially to go into one of these Potter rides without any knowledge. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Finally, at number 1, none other than Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment in Dark Universe. So first of all, duh. Since this was announced, it's been the easy pick for me in terms of my personal excitement. And I'm not the only one who shares that sentiment. I'm pretty sure most of theme park Twitter also does. So it doesn't help when everyone has been praising this left and right the past few weeks, those who have gotten to ride it so far. So I personally cannot wait to see this, experience it for the first time. I still know very little, a little bit more than I think I understand about Harry Potter, because I'm vaguely familiar with this ride system, right, from Monsters Unchained, but still haven't seen much regarding it, which is exactly what I wanted. For so many reasons, it just looks like the coolest ride in the park, and probably one of the best dark rides ever made, right? But yeah, truly, it's going to be fantastic. And yeah, I would easily say this is the number 1 attraction that I am looking forward to whenever I get the chance to go to Epic Universe, which again, will hopefully be soon. And that's it, guys. That's my video for today. That's every ride and attraction to Epic broken down by which ones I'm excited for more than others. I'm just going to keep dreaming about this place until I get the chance to check it out, which I'm sure you guys can all relate to. But thank you so much for taking your time to check this out today. It means the world to me. Go have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.